Hi friends, it's day 2 of our Halloween Cookie Pop week, and today we have another fun Halloween teddy bear cookie pop. This one is a skeleton. Just like yesterday, we're starting by taking 2 Oreos apart, and we're going to press a stick right into the cream of 2 of them, and then add a little bit of melts, put the cookies back on top. Then we're going to take our single mini Oreos and dip them in some melts before adding them to the top for our ears, as well as 4 single mini Oreos on the bottom for the arms and the legs. We're also adding a little bit of melts on top of our top cookie, and that's going to be for the mouth with just one of the single mini Oreos. We put that on a piece of parchment paper and then pop that into the fridge to chill for a while. We want to make sure it's nice and solid. Then we can do our final dip, which is going to be completely in these chocolate melts. We want to make sure that everything gets fully coated. Then we're going to tap the stick on the side of the bowl to make sure that the excess falls back into the bowl and that the melts kind of settle down and make it all smooth. Once again, we put that back on our piece of parchment paper and pop that back into the fridge to make sure it fully sets, but not just sets. We want to make sure that the melts are cold enough so they're not going to melt too much when we do our final coating. And for our final coating, we're doing a layer of black candy melts on the outside. We're going to make sure everything gets nice and coated, and then we tap the stick on the side of the bowl to make sure that the excess falls back into it as well as everything smooths out. With this one, I was having a little bit of trouble with the melts doing that, so I decided to tap the top of my hand, and that actually helped the melts smooth out a lot more. Once we place that back on the parchment paper and let that completely set, then we're going to use a piping bag filled with some white melts and pipe our skeleton design. I did not have a pattern for this. I just kind of looked at some inspiration online and then I just kind of went for it. So I started by making a spine and then a few lines on each side of the spine for the rib cage, followed by the ears, and then the hands and the feet, complete with little dots for the fingers and the toes. Then I filled in that nose and mouth piece, and while I was doing this, I also piped a little bit of black melts for the nose and made it kind of like a little bit of a triangle, filled in the rest of the face with the white melts, and then went back and added more black melts for the eyes. Finally, to complete this, I made a pelvis bone, and it's complete. I think this one turned out super cute, but of course, I want to know what you think of it, so make sure to drop your thoughts in the comments and stay tuned for more Halloween cookie pop fun this week.